It is a full-on snow day. It'll be snowing the whole day. We just got these cars cleared, but it is very slushy. My shoes are completely soaked. My mittens are completely soaked. And on snow days like these, salesmen clear up the snow. But since it will be snowing the whole day, we're gonna wait off a little bit until it's a little bit better later. But you get these nice little clearing tools that don't scratch the car's paint. These rubber kind of shovels, scoops, I guess you could call them. And you go through the entire lot. 200, 300 cars. Always fun. Look at that. We've moved a bunch of the cars. I changed the boots now. Changed the gloves as well. Look at that. It's gonna be snowing the whole day. It's pretty crazy. So, obviously, in these conditions, no one really has come. We've moved cars to be able to allow for the snow plows, but nobody's really coming. We had one appointment for 5 for 12 sales guys. So, pretty heavy, thick snow now. Yeah, but this is better than probably Canada or Alaska. This is, you know, once every month during winter, you know, maybe 3 times it happens, and that's it. Pretty cool. The interesting thing is my old all-wheel drive Volvo had winters. Now we have seasonals in the Volkswagen front-wheel drive after I crashed the Volvo. So I'm gonna have to go and renew my driver's license now. Don't you love snow days? Oh yeah. Honestly, for front-wheel drive and seasonals, it's not so bad actually. But it's when the streets aren't plowed, that's when the all-wheel drive for Volvo really kicks in. Oh, there's a Volvo XC90. So I had a situation last year where I was driving the S60 and there was black ice. There was no snow, nothing on the streets. And I almost hit a pole because when making a turn, my car started sliding, going right towards the lights, going right towards where the sidewalk was. I was literally centimeters away from, you know, crashing. And it was crazy because there's nothing on the ground. It seemed like a beautiful sunny day, and there was black ice from, you know, it was going right into spring. Yeah, look at how slow everyone's going. It's gotten a lot worse. So today's video is essentially, while we're going through a snow day, our Volvo's good in the snow. And we've got the perfect example right in front of me here. This is the Volvo S60 Cross Country that was in an earlier video. This is the 2017. So the Cross Country is a little bit raised. These vehicles are all-wheel drive. They perform very well in the snow. I had the lowered version of this vehicle, older, 2015, and my personal experience with Volvo in the snow, they're amazing all-wheel drive vehicles. Honestly, it is on par with sometimes Subaru WRZ is that what it is? The Subaru, whatever the 4-wheel drive one is. It's also on par with Audi's Quattro system. This vehicle has a very nice drivetrain. When you're going through, the only thing I've noticed, especially if you're in an all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive car, it's the tires. The tires have to be winter tires. They have to be good tires. You have to have good tread. You have to make good maintenance on the brakes, on the rotors. I've noticed sometimes it can lack up if there's a lot of ice, but that's with any vehicle. You can be driving a Cadillac Escalade 4-wheel drive system and still slip. So as long as you maintain your tires and you have an all-wheel drive system, if you're in the Midwest, you will be fine. There's been many times that I took the S60 and we were drifting in parking lots, even though it was an all-wheel drive system, he had very thick snow like this, and that was kind of a mistake because then it gets very, very wet and kind of like glue sticks together and then freezes. I remember after drifting, had a bunch of snow stuck in there, and it froze, and then the next day driving it was like it was shaking the whole car. But other than that, there's been so many times I was able to get out of tricky situations. Before the S60, I had an S80 where I got that stuck in sand. I went off-roading with it. I went mudding with it. I did a whole bunch of crazy stuff with it, and the all-wheel drive system got me out of it. When I got stuck in the snow, I had to move around the tires, and very slowly kind of crawled itself out there. At first, I thought I was stuck for sure. But these are very, very good vehicles in the snow. I had a fantastic experience with them, and I definitely recommend anybody who's looking at Volvo. They're safe. They're relatively quick vehicles. They're reliable for the most part, most generations, most models, and in the snow time, they're really great cars, especially a sedan or the wagons. You'd be surprised for what you're paying, especially for these vehicles. This one's a little bit on the higher end just because it only has 10,000 miles, but most of these vehicles with 50,000, 100,000, 80,000 miles like I had with mine, you can find them very cheap, $15,000 for the S60s, for the old V60s. The older generation really went well, and the newer generation is even more comfortable. You have more space, but they handle very well in the snow. I felt very safe. It is a very sturdy car. In the wind, it's not like it's rocking you back and forth. There are certain vehicles that while driving on the highway, you don't feel safe. These cars, I love it. So anyways, just wanted to report on that while we're out in the snow. So stay safe out there, and yeah, take care, guys. Here's the cars. They are completely snowed in. Yeah, today's big. Yeah, it's still snowing. It's gonna be snowing for the whole day. So, very exciting. All right, look at that. Honestly, I mean, this thing drives really well in the snow despite not being on winter tires. It's just the seasonals that all Volvos come with. Definitely recommend winters, but this winter isn't so bad. This is the first real snowfall. It's going to be over in 3 months, so seasonals will be back on. But maybe for next winter, we're going to buy some winter tires. Definitely recommend it. But honestly, this thing drives like a tank. There was a couple streets where it wasn't snow plowed, and this thing is awesome. Absolutely a blast to drive. Honestly, it drives so great in the slush, in weather like this where it's going to be snow the whole day. It is so smooth with the all-wheel drive system that compared to the Volkswagen that we have that's front-wheel drive, I am able to drive that car. That car is fine, but even when there's just a little bit of slush on the roads, like right now after the snow plows went through, the first off, it doesn't have winter tires, so it's also seasonals, but front-wheel drive. The front-wheel drive, just like this Toyota in front of us, it spins, and every time you put on the accelerator, you can feel the steering wheel just shaking. Where this, you just accelerate, it's super smooth. You still have to be careful, no matter, even if this had winter tires, even if you had the most amazing system in the world, you could always spin out. You could always go on black ice. There's always situations where it could be dangerous. But honestly, driving this is such an experience. The new Volvo obviously drives a lot better than the old Volvo, but in both cases, they are amazing systems where I would say they're, again, on par with Audi's Quattro system, and that is a very good system. Subaru, not all Subarus, but some Subarus have an amazing system, and you can drive very carefree and be okay. I'm just kidding, not carefree, but a lot of people will drive carefree, and that's why they make these systems idiot-proof, because they want to make sure that the most amount of people survive. Volvo's whole thing is about safety, so it would kind of go against the brand if their all-wheel drive system wasn't that great in the snow. And there goes another Volvo XC60, whoo, just smoking it. Honestly, it is a very comfortable and enjoyable drive. You don't have to worry about it. The windshield wipers are great. The Volkswagen is in a little, I love that car. I love the Volkswagen. It does what it needs to do, but it is just not the best for winter type scenarios, especially if someone lives at an incline or, you know, in a mountainous area. Hey, you got to be careful. There's some very steep driveways out there that once they get icy, that's it. And situations like this, where there's just a little bit of snow. Let me remove the wipers. There we go. Just a little bit, but turning, hey, it's tricky, right? It is certainly tricky. Oh, yeah. Oh, it just plows right through the snow. It is a monster. And I love that. I mean, it's already at 44, and you don't have to worry about it. The Volkswagen will be spitting out. It takes forever, you know, because, you know, you'd have to go off-road and you're stuck. There's situations where the police might be coming. Like yesterday, I had to go a little bit off-road, and if you go too far, that's it. You need to call the tow truck yourself now. So, yeah, anyways, drive safe, be careful, and thanks for watching. Now it's way worse. The slush with the snowstorm still handles very well. I think with winter tires, it would be absolutely perfect. There's such heavy snow that you clear your window and that's it. The next minute, it's also full. I mean, I just cleared all of that. So pretty awesome. I love snowstorms. Thanks for watching. Look at our lineup.